Good afternoon. Today I am going to talk to you about three topics. The first one is classroom discipline. What and why? Classroom discipline is a state in which both the teacher and learners accept and consistently observe a set of rules about behavior in the classroom, whose function is to facilitate smooth and efficient teaching and learning in a lesson. Classroom discipline is very important for a teacher, but when we help the students remain sitting down, quiet, in peace, this doesn't exactly mean that they are learning or achieving the knowledge that the teacher wants to transmit to them. Because if the activities are not meaningful to them, learning is not going to be so easy for it to happen. So we really have to make the activities meaningful for them, fun, so they can enjoy them and really accept them. Even though the teacher has control of discipline in the classroom, this does not assure that there will be learning taking place here. But it is really important that the teacher can control the classroom. In order for them, in order for the teacher to use strategies to have discipline in the class, they really have to consider the teaching context they are in. Code switching. 6.3 is code switching. This is the second topic I'm going to talk to you about. Code switching between the first and the target language is sometimes used by teachers. This depends on some factors. The first one, the type of activity. We really want to check out what type of activity we are going to use and see if it is really useful for us to code switch. This means use the first language, which is a mother tongue, and the target language, the one we want them to learn. Second factor, how the teacher believes the students learn best. If the teacher is seeing that the students really don't learn when they are using code switching, then they need to really think if it is useful for them. 3, how the teacher views the role of the first and the target language. For example, a teacher may not use only the first language for disciplining students. This means that if the teacher sees the classroom really unquiet, there is a lot of noise, they are not paying attention, then maybe she will speak to them in the first language so they can listen, because sometimes it is really difficult for the teacher to make them quiet down or pay attention if she or he speaks in the target language. The last point, how the students view the role of the first and the target language. For example, the students may want to only use English in controlled practice situations. Research into code switching has also revealed that if the teacher uses more of the first language, of the target language in class, the learner's proportion of target language use also increases. This means if the students hear the teacher speak more of the target language than the first language, then they will get used to that and they will do the same. Because if the teacher, for example, if the teacher gives a lesson and she or he gets the students used to him or her explaining everything in the first language, then they will get used to that, and for them to really speak the language, it is going to be very difficult for the teacher. So if we use the target language, it will be really easy for the students to increase their target language speaking. Topic 3, 7.2, what is teacher thinking? Teacher thinking is when the teacher is thinking about her previous learning experiencing while he or she is doing her work. His or her knowledge of the subject and his or her beliefs about teaching and learning affect classroom practice. This means the teacher thinks really about the activity she or he is going to implement in the class and whether they are going to affect classroom practice.